This is a recording of my second learner who is in grade 4.
Lesson learned. Once there was a child named Belle. She is a child without unusual behavior. She did not want to clear his body, and she is lazy in talking a bat. Belle Belle likes to play in a mud, so her clothes are completely dirty. She often fell asleep without cleansing her body and brushing her teeth. Ailing Jenny, Belle's mother, always telling her to clean her body, but she does a lot of excuses. One day, she went to her playmate to play. Instead of playing with her, they avoid Belle because of her smell. No one wants to play with her, so she just went home and play alone. While playing in the backyard, Belle felt the itch of her body and exercised it of her skin. She cried for help because she cannot take the feeling anymore. Ailing Jenny quick went to her daughter. As she heard it crying and shouting for help, she told Belle to immediately take a bath and clean her body. Belle took a bath and cleaned her body. She felt the comfort in her body. She was not started liking that feeling, and seeing her body clean and playmates began playing with her again. Belle realized the importance of clean her body and taking a bath every day. She learned from the experience of science that she make sure to keep her body clean always. She is a child without unusual behavior.
The learner pronounced the word she as he and then repeated it twice. He also pronounced with as without and mispronounced behavior twice, failing to correct himself.
She did not want to clear his body, and she is lazy in talking a bat.
The learner pronounced clear instead of clean, mispronounced her as he, repeated the word body, lazy as lazy, and taking as talking.
Belle likes to play in a mud, so her clothes are completely dirty.
The learner repeated the noun bell and omitted s from the word likes, but then successfully corrected himself. The learner also substituted the with an a and mispronounced clothes as clothes.
She often fell asleep without cleansing her body and brushing her teeth.
The learner mispronounced often as often, mispronounced cleansing as clean at first, and unsuccessfully corrected himself in pronouncing the word cleansing as cleansing. Also, he pronounced teeth as teeth.
Aling Jenny Bell's mother, always telling her to clean her body, but she does a lot of excuses.
The learner pronounced thus as those.
One day, she went to her playmate to play.
The learner pronounced went as want and omitted the S in the word playmates.
Instead of playing with her, they avoid Belle because of her smell.
The learner pronounced avoided as avoid.
No one wanted to play with her, so she just went home and play alone.
The learner pronounced wanted as want and mispronounced went as want.
While playing in the backyard, Belle felt the edge of her body and exercised it of her skin.
The learner inserted the after the word felt and pronounced irritation as eerie, excessive as exiseg, and itching as it. Perhaps he did not know how to read the words properly.
She cried for help because she cannot take the feeling anymore.
The learner repeated the phrase feeling anymore because he mispronounced it as felling at first but then eventually corrected himself in his second try.
Aling Jenny quick went to her daughter as she heard it crying and shouting for help.
The learner pronounced quickly as quick.
She told Belle to immediately take a bath and clean her body.
The learner repeated the phrase told Bell twice and pronounced immediately as immediental.
Belle took a bath and cleaned her body.
The learner mispronounced clean as clear on his first try of reading it, but successfully corrected himself on his second try of pronouncing the word.
She was not started licking that feeling and seeing her body clean.
The learner mispronounced now as not and liking as licking.
And playmates began playing with her again.
The learner pronounced and instead of her.
Belle realized the importance of clean her body and taking a bath every day.
The learner mispronounced importance as important, cleaning as clean, and taking as talking.
She learned from the experience of science that she make sure to keep her body clean always.
The learner omitted the S from the word learns, said of instead of and, mispronounced since as science, then as the, and omitted S from the word makes.